Hi, I'm Kevin Freeman, and I'm honored to be a part of the Committee on the Present Danger, China. I'd like to tell you a quick story. Early in my career, I had the opportunity to be mentored by and employed by the great Sir John Marks Templeton, probably the greatest global investor in history. He was a pioneer in global investing, and when I joined the firm, starting 1989-1990 timeframe, he was teaching me about financial indices, something we're talking about today. The MSCI World Index was the popular index, and everybody was piling into it because it was heavily weighted toward Japanese stocks. Sir John cautioned me. He said, hey, don't give over your investment decision to an index because you don't know what's going to happen in Japan. And in fact, he was one of the early investors in Japan, but he was also the first one to pull out entirely. The Japanese index peaked at 38,900 in 1989, and it destroyed the investments of all of those who trusted the index over the next several decades. In fact, it traded as low as the 6,000 level just about 10 years ago. Sir John would say, why would you give up control to an index? That was when it was simply an investment decision. What's taking place now is far more sinister. China has learned how to game our addiction to market indices with plans to capture a lot of American money for their side. Now, we all know we're in an economic war with China. Why should we fund both sides of it? This is really basic. You don't give up your capital. What's worse is we have no idea how real the investments are inside the index. The Chinese don't have the same accounting standards. They don't report the same way we do. And in fact, there's evidence from Dan David and others that maybe some of these companies are complete shams. Should we allow a single influenceable entity, such as MSCI, to determine where the money of patriotic Americans goes, including service members, government employees, and former employees? It truly would be a ridiculous decision for the board to decide that they're going to put our thrift savings plan heavily, $500 billion, into MSCI World Index. That's crazy. It makes no sense from an investment perspective, and it's truly criminal from a national security perspective. I truly support the Committee on the Present Danger, China, and I support Senator Rubio and all of those who oppose having the thrift savings plan put into Chinese equities via an index fund. In the economic war room, we have a saying where we say, what we see as a marketplace, our enemies view as a battle space. This is absolutely true in regard to this decision. This isn't just a thrift savings plan. This is a battleground of economic warfare. We must not give here. This is Kevin Freeman from the Economic War Room.